So this is the insides of my PPG Wave 2. You have the power supply section over there. As you can see, there are some special cables here going to the LCD display up there. It's a custom backlight that the previous owner built in. So I actually have backlight in this machine. He was also clever enough to build in the MIDI interface from Kenton, these two. And this is the original PPG section, which is the main board, of course, with the 4 voice boards. Yes, this model has 4 different voice boards. And you have the EEPROMs and stuff like that, and the in-out card over there. So this machine looks more like the 360 than it looks like the Wave 2 and Wave 2.3, which only have 2 voice boards. Probably to keep them cooler and cheaper to build, hopefully. Up here you have all the panels, the digital panel where you can adjust your presets and stuff like that. Not adjust, I mean load and save your presets. You have the LCD display, and you have the analog control section with all the knobs. So this is basically the insides of a Wave 2. Sorry for not having cleaned it up, but well, yes, this is how it looks. Should we close the lid to take a look of the panel itself? As you can see over here, you have the display select, which is where you go about your menus and stuff like that. And take a look at this. This is really similar to almost all other Wave 2s I've seen on the internet. When I first got this one, I thought that this was the only one around, because every time I found a Wave 2 on the internet, it always looked like this. So this is probably one of the first things to go, talking about the blue color. You have the LCD display over here with the famous error, velocity with an S. And over here you have the modifiers for the filter section, the cutoff, the resonance or the emphasis, and you have the partial waves, which is where you scan through the different waves in a wavetable. Down here you have the envelope section. How much of the envelope 1 do you want to control the filter, the VCF, and here how much of the envelope 2 do you want to control the loudness, and how much of the envelope 1 do you want to control the waves or the partial waves. And over here you have the LFO speed section. This one is probably familiar to all of you that knows the PPG, but you have the group A and B and different panel sections. So I'm gonna show you that when I get it up and running. Over here you have the 2 envelopes. Attack, decay, sustain, release, and attack, decay, sustain, release. So you also have, as you can see here, these dotted lines indicates that it's another panel, and this is the sequencer panel. Over here you have the master tune, which is a separate knob. It's not found on any other wave except for the 360, I think. And this is the master volume. So no basis knob here for adjusting the stereo width of a sound, but that's it. And here you have again one of the main looks of an old PPG. The paint has come off. Only one wheel, the pitch bender down here, which is situated in kind of a funny way, isn't it? On the rear of the unit you have the cassette interface. You have gate out, gate in, and CV in. You have the sustain pedal. You have headphone plug, which is kind of cool, isn't it? You have the 2 mono channels out, channel 1 and channel 2, or group 1 and 2, or whatever you want to call them. And over here you have the serial interface, the PPG communication bus, which is not compatible with any Waveterm or any other PPG equipment. And over here you have the special built-in MIDI interface in, out, through, and a button to control some of the things, and the fuse and the power. So this is basically it. So guys, I'm going to show you just a quick demo of how it sounds like in a mix. As you can probably hear, I just put in a drum pattern in my old drum emulator, and I loaded my Emax sampler with a saw wave and just put on some filtering like this. Just so you know where the bass comes from. And I just, I'll just play around with some of the sounds.